there's a lot of stuff going on right now. There are teachers leaving the profession. That's happening other places. That's happening in our school. Leaving the school building, changing to different places, trying to go to private schools, you name it. It's going on. It's going on here. It's going on everywhere. So, with all of that going on Friday, I think it had just been building, and there was like a whole bunch of things that had just been like little things, you know? It's not like sometimes you can deal with the big things because you just know they're big things and, you know, they're not going to get solved right away. But it's like when you have like little things and more little things and more little things, and it just starts to like get to you. Yeah, I just want to say to all the teachers out there, you're not alone. This is a tough year, and it's not just your school, and you're not really doing anything wrong. Like, just keep on going and keep on teaching and making it real for the kids and connecting with your students and getting to know them as well as you can and what motivates them. And, you know, we're going to make it. Hello, everybody. Today is Monday, October the 18th, 2021. And if you are new to this channel, I am Charlotte, the trauma-informed teacher. My channel is all about teacher self-care, how to organize your workflow a little bit better, some tips and tricks that can help you with instruction, and then a whole bunch of things that go on in my everyday life. I also really love fashion, so you'll see some things on fashion and travel. So welcome. But this is a crazy year. We thought that when we came back in person that, you know, a lot of the challenges of last year would be over, but we're finding that they really aren't. So it's just been a crazy year this year so far. A lot of unexpected challenges. I think one of the biggest ones is the fact that, I mean, we knew the students were going to be a little bit behind from last year. You know, we've heard about the learning loss, but I don't think it's just an academic problem. I think that it's also really a social problem, that our students were used to just doing things whenever and however they wanted. And now they're coming back into this structured environment, and it's hard to get them on task. It's really hard to get them to buy into the work that needs to be done so that they can make sure that they close any learning gaps that they might have had from last year. I just feel like our principals have been working double time this year, trying to, you know, mitigate all of these discipline concerns and try to get kids back on track. And, you know, we have to teach them again what it's like to be in school and what the expectations are, even though you would think that they wouldn't have forgotten in that short amount of time that it was that we were really gone. But it's been a couple of years since they've had a consistent school year. So yeah, a lot of those skills are missing. And especially our students who transitioned into the middle grades during COVID, they're just facing some challenges. It's kind of funny. One of our central office personnel that I support in my supplemental roles that I just began recently, he asked me when they came to the school today for a staff meeting, "How are you doing?" And I said, I'm good. And he's like, "Really? Are you good?" And I had to think about it. I kind of laughed because I had a conversation with my principal last week, at the end of the week, I was just frazzled. And thank goodness I work for amazing people, and I have just really good people that take care of me at school. My administrators are awesome. But they let me vent, and they know that sometimes I'm just having one of those days and I just need to let it out. And if I don't let it out, I'm going to explode. So it's better that I just let it out, even if it's not the greatest thing. So I had a conversation. He came into my room and he just checks up on me and walks around and is like, how's it going? And he just, really wants me to tell him. And I told him on Friday, I'm like, I'm frustrated. I'm like, this isn't going how it's supposed to at all today. And, I had kind of a mini meltdown on Friday afternoon because we'd had all these discipline issues, and we'd had a lot of staff out. I know I've been seeing it everywhere that there's a sub shortage everywhere. It's not just here. There are discipline problems everywhere. It's not just here. The world is kind of crazy right now, guys. This world that we're trying to raise young people in, it's a crazy place right now, and it's not just here. So anyway, that's a whole nother topic. I said to my principal, I'm like, I don't have a sign for my door that says that I'm testing today, and there's nobody available, that I'm having a problem. My colleague next door is having a problem. I can't leave because I'm giving, it was a state check-in, which if you are in North Carolina, you know what a check-in is. It's like an assessment that you give to see where the students are so far, but it has a script and it has like procedures that you're supposed to follow. And it was just not working out. Let's put it that way. People were calling me on the phone, and people were coming into my classroom, and I couldn't leave my classroom to help my colleague who was giving the other half of my group the test next door, because you can't leave. It's a secure test. So it was just not a good time. It wasn't a good time. And I tried to make a couple phone calls to get help, and people were dealing with stuff. I mean, I understand, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. There are teachers leaving the profession. That's happening other places. That's happening in our school. Leaving the school building, changing to different places, trying to go to private schools, you name it. It's going on. It's going on here. It's going on everywhere. So, with all of that going on Friday, I think it had just been building, and there was a whole bunch of things that had just been little things, It's not sometimes you can deal with the big things because you just know they're big things, and, they're not going to get solved right away. But it's when you have little things and more little things and more little things, and it just starts to get to you. So anyway, in any case, I had an amazing vacation in Gatlinburg. If you watched my previous video, you saw some footage from that. I'll try to put a little bit more in here in this video on either end of it. But I told you guys that I was going to share some of the outfits that I wore. I'm going to give you a little bit of that. Hopefully you enjoy it. If not, stick around and send me a comment about any kind of videos that you would like to see that I haven't done recently. But yeah, I just want to say to all the teachers out there, you're not alone. This is a tough year, and it's not just your school, and you're not really doing anything wrong. Just keep on going and keep on teaching and making it real for the kids, and connecting with your students and getting to know them as well as you can and what motivates them. And, we're going to make it. And hopefully after this year is over, next year will be a lot easier because we will have laid the foundation for that. So I have my outfits laid out over here on the bed, and I've just started packing. I'm bringing 2 dresses. This one is the one that's for the vow renewal, and then I'm bringing a more more casual dress down there that I'll show you later on when I get there. I have my swimsuit and cover up back there. I have a couple of pairs of shorts, an olive green one and just some jean shorts that are relaxed. And then I have a couple more pairs of jeans. Tomorrow I'm gonna wear this outfit, but I will probably use these pants again later on. Just depends on how warm it is. Or I might take this shirt and wear it with a pair of shorts, so we'll see. So that's kind of where I'm at. I've got a plaid shirt, black shirt. I've got a couple of basic white shirts that I'm packing. And the nice thing about having a color palette is there's a lot of options for mixing and matching your things, so it doesn't really take much effort to put outfits together. So I'm just gonna finish up here. I need to get to bed. It's actually after 11 on Tuesday night, and I was supposed to already have this done, but I was working on lesson plans and some things for school like grades so that I won't be behind when I get back. So to break the trip up, when we first left for Gatlinburg, we actually only went about 4.5 hours the first night because we were leaving after school, so we didn't want to be driving all night. The total trip is around 9 hours if you include just brief stops. So it can actually take longer than that, and we did not want to go that long in one night. So we actually stopped in the Greensboro area and got a hotel for the evening and went to the Tanger outlets the next day and did a little bit of shopping. So I wore my basic white shirt that was a button-up short sleeve and a pair of comfortable olive green shorts for that ride and the time that we went shopping. I just really wanted to focus on comfort, and I still looked, decent in that outfit to where I didn't feel like I needed to worry about what other people were thinking when I was walking around the outlets. So it made a great travel outfit. We didn't do much else on the first evening just because we were simply tired from being in the car for so long. The next morning we did get up, however, and get dressed and go downtown. We went to the Old Mill District, which if you've never been to Gatlinburg before, you definitely want to check out the Old Mill District. There are so many really neat shops. We walked around, did some sightseeing, and purchased some souvenirs, and we ate breakfast at the Old Mill restaurant, which was delicious. It was very fast, it was affordable, the service was great, and I got this delicious quiche that was right in line with my diet goals and still so yummy, and we just really had a good time there. So in the morning I wore an outfit that I wanted to wear to go hiking up onto the sky lift, but it was just one of my basic black long sleeve shirts because there was a little bit of a chill in the air. And then I brought along a jacket that I purchased at the Asics store at the Tanger outlets. It's just a basic, very lightweight windbreaker in case it got cooler on the skylift. And I wore some of my Marilyn straight leg jeans from Not Your Daughter's Jeans. That outfit actually was really nice for the morning, and then as the temperatures heated up in the afternoon, I just took the jacket off, wrapped it around my waist, and it worked perfectly. It's a very simple outfit, but comfortable for the activities that we were engaging in that day. As the day went on a little bit later, I did change into some shorts when I got a little bit too warm. On Saturday, I pulled out this plaid flannel from Old Navy. I just recently purchased this as a fall piece, and it's hard to see, but I do have it layered with one of my camis. It's just a basic ribbed knit cami in that kind of off-white or beige color, and then my staple shorts that are my favorite wide leg shorts, very comfortable, stretchy, just really nice for walking around town really super easy outfit to put together. And then I will show you a picture, but I purchased some hiking boots while we were at the outlets, and these are from the Columbia store. And I'm just in love with these because I have a lot of difficulty finding boots that fit me properly around the ankle because I'm very short in my legs. My calves kind of extend down and blend with my ankles, so I have the dreaded cankle problem, which if you have that situation going on, you know how hard it is to find any kind of ankle boot or anything like that that fits you properly. But these particular boots, they do give me enough room around the ankle that it's not constricting. It's comfortable enough for me to walk, and there's great support in these. So I'm really loving these, and they were great just for walking around town. I thought we might do a little bit more hiking, but we actually ended up just kind of looking at shops and hanging out and spending some time with family at their cabin. So we really didn't manage to go on any hikes that afternoon, and we just went back to the cabin and got ready for the wedding vow renewal after that. Here are some pictures from our lunch that day at the Five Oaks Farm Kitchen. It was very close by to where my family was staying, and so we hung out at the cabin, and then Joe and I popped over there to get some lunch. We had great food there, actually. I ended up getting the chicken and dumplings, or I should say a chicken pot pie, which was basically some puff pastry on top of the chicken pot pie. So it was a little bit different than your typical chicken pot pie, but I loved it. It was so good. And then Joe got like a brisket sandwich. When we went back to the cabin, I changed into this dress, which is from Shein. I don't buy a lot of things from Shein because they have a reputation for not necessarily paying their employees that well. However, I did really like this dress, and it was very comfortable and loose and flowy, nice for just hanging out and relaxing and mingling at the wedding. So it was the perfect basic dress, and I just dressed it up a little bit with this dress that came from Paparazzi and was given to me by one of my students. That evening, after all of the festivities were over at the wedding vow renewal ceremony, my brother and his wife and my nieces decided to go to the whiskey tasting. And if you've never been to a whiskey tasting before, it's not like a big drunk fest party. So I want to put that out there because I don't want anyone judging. They give you like little communion sized cups of whiskey. You get to try a few different ones, and you just put in $5, and then the $5 comes off of anything if you buy any of their merchandise in the store. So we went and did that for fun, and then we hung out and listened to some music that was live in that area. And I wore this green shirt from Loft. I absolutely love this beautiful color on the shirt. I've been looking for a Kelly green shirt for a while now, and I actually was kind of contemplating buying one that had a print, but when I saw this in the Loft at the Tanger outlets, I was just certain that this was my Kelly green shirt that I had been trying to find, and I had to buy it. So I put on a necklace that actually went with one of my other dresses, and just threw on this shirt and my other pair of high-waisted jeans. These actually have a little bit of a tapered leg, so they're not skinny jeans, but because they're a dark jean, even though they're a little skinnier in the leg, I could pull them off, and they were very comfortable and went very well with this shirt. So that's what I wore out for the evening. I threw on my leopard print flats that are easy to walk in, and I was ready to go for the night. We had so much fun walking around town in the evening. Everything is lit up so beautifully in that district of town, and just really enjoyed ourselves hanging out with my brother, which I don't get to do every day since he does live in Ohio. So That was a really good time. And then we came back. It wasn't actually even that late, like maybe 11 o'clock that night, and just relaxed at the cabin. I got in the hot tub, and that was that. That was the evening. The next morning, I just went for something super basic. I was looking for a comfortable travel outfit. We were supposed to go to the Apple Barn for breakfast, but it was supposed to be a family event. But when we got there, there was such a long wait, and everyone was really ready to get back on the road since we had a long drive and had to be at work the next day. So we just got in the car and just started driving. And I just wore this Get Lost shirt because I thought it was a super cute shirt for traveling. I love the fact that it has the Smoky Mountains in the glasses on the graphic, and it does talk about the Tennessee whiskey, but it's such a small part of the shirt and it's very, very downplayed where you can barely see it unless you're looking closely. You're not even going to notice it. So I thought it was a great shirt to wear traveling and comfortable. The material is very comfortable in this t-shirt. It was one of the softer cottons, and I just wore my basic jean shorts again for the car since I knew that I was going to be getting in and out at gas stations. That would just be super comfortable. So that's it. Those are all the outfits that I wore on my trip. I actually didn't end up wearing a lot of the things that I packed, and the reason for that was, number one, I bought more at the outlets than I expected, so I wore some of those things on my trip, and number two, it ended up being a lot warmer than I thought it was going to be in the mountains at this time of year. It just happened to be a really warm week and weekend, so it tended to stay more towards the 80s rather than the mid 70s or low 70s, so I didn't need some of my warmer outfits that I had packed, but I did feel like I had things that mixed and matched very well, and even with some of the new pieces that I bought, I was able to throw together outfits quickly. So it turned out to be a pretty good packing job for the activities that I needed to do, the places I went, and I was comfortable. I didn't feel like I was ever without anything that I needed. So I really enjoyed this trip, and I enjoyed packing and sharing these outfits with you. So if you have any questions or comments about Gatlinburg, go ahead and put them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to answer anything that you would like to know if you're planning a trip there soon. Well, that's it for today. Thanks so much for tuning into my channel. I really appreciate and love all of you who have made a commitment to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, even if you don't normally subscribe to YouTube channels, help me out. Just click the little subscribe, the red subscribe at the bottom of this video. And also while you're at it, just click the notification bell so that you'll get reminders every time that I put out a new video. As always, don't forget to work hard, be kind, and amazing things will happen. Bye-bye.